You know what really amazed me was when you first came to me and said that you had a friend who'd written this book over 10 years and would I like to buy a copy? My reaction was, oh God, I've been through this before. But to be nice to you, I went and bought the book, you know, and I started reading it and thought, oh my God, this is actually... And I remember sending you emails saying, hey, this is actually really good. Oh, what an amazing story. This is great. This is great.
And he was immediately telling me I needed to read it too.
Yeah.
I found Man of Clay slightly unsettling because it's what seems to be a very positive outlook about family and about looking after people has a sort of a slightly dark undertone which sort of swells throughout the book that that initially you go, oh, this is a really wonderful idea, and then you go, well, maybe it's not.
And the way you feel about the main character also evolves through the course of the book, where you're like, oh, this is a very interesting lady, she's had an interesting set of circumstances, she's created a unique family structure around her, but then as it goes on you're like, wait, how is she maintaining this? Is this really healthy? She goes to some extremes. And then at the end, you're like, oh, okay, let's rethink what's been going on here.
Yeah, so there's particular moments where you go, that what initially seemed to be quite altruistic and loving and warm, it could be something that becomes incredibly selfish and almost narcissistic because it's all about her. And your point of view gets swiveled around quite nicely. Yeah.
The choices they make seem to be initially all about the children. We want the children to know their siblings, their half-siblings, to grow up together, to have the support of multiple parent figures.
Attractive sort of
and then but then like we were talking about the evolution of how you feel about the characters, the evolution of the motives, or how we perceive the motives seems to change throughout the book until we end up, well, is this really about the children, or is this about what Connie wants, or maybe what Jude wants?
Because I think Connie at all stages didn't actually realise that. Like her beginning feelings towards Connie is how Connie feels about herself, I think, all the way through. It's just we start to sort of grow, gain insight into the sort of dark forces that sort of might be sort of driving her. And that's quite interesting around just the human condition, isn't it?
I love how all three women are independent and artists and have their own business ventures. Yes. It's interesting that Jude keeps falling for these artistic, independent women.
I also like the way the exhibition, the notes of the exhibition catalogue, that thing of trying to make sense of something via an artwork, but actually having read through the book, there's so much more going on underneath it that at some level, like we're describing this thing and you make a pretty paragraph about that, but underneath that, there's this whole surging mayhem of the family and all the things that have actually led up to that point, plus more, that, and then the end is like, and here's a piece of art, and he's like, oh no, there's much more going on that you don't necessarily...
Well, and it's ended going almost from interesting, exciting, funny dialogue to horror, over the sweep of the book. And at the end, it's like it's gone on such a journey. You don't really know what's hit you at the end.